channel. So this is going to be a video on how I personally avoid DNFing in fewest moves. So I think the main reason why a lot of beginners DNF in fewest moves is because they use rotations. And the problem with rotations is you have to constantly track what orientation the cube is throughout the solution. And that can get very annoying to track. And I think it can cause a lot of errors if you do that. So what I personally do is I mentally assign a letter to each center. So this is U, F, and then R for red, L, D, and B. And also, if you want to write it down, you have to make sure you do that after the attempt starts, because the cube needs to be legal at the start of the attempt, and well, this is basically 6 locals, so yeah. Make sure if you're writing down stickers or putting on stickers to put the letters on here, you have to do it after the attempt starts. And so I'm going to show an example how exactly I use these letters, and I use these to avoid writing down rotations or anything. Like, I'll still physically rotate, but the way I do it, it makes it so you don't have to write down any notations. It's very easy to track your moves. And that really helps a lot with avoiding DNFs. And so I'm going to show an example of what I mean here. So I'm going to do some algorithm that would usually be kind of annoying to write down, because it has wide moves, but I can write it down without any wide moves or rotations. You'll see what I mean. So I'm going to do the first move of this. I'm going to actually do a wide move, but how I write this down is I notice that I'm moving the U center clockwise. So I'm going to write down a clockwise U move. And then same with the F. Move this clockwise, move the F center clockwise. And it's F. And then I move this center counterclockwise, so it's D prime, never F, clockwise, and then, wait, this is D prime, oops, and then never D move, and then turn this twice, F2, and then E prime. So how does it look like? Like this, U, F, D prime, F, D, F2, E prime. And that's how I basically write down. So like I can rotate all over the place, and I don't have to track my rotations. Like the centers kind of do the work, if that makes sense. And I think this really helps to avoid DNFs, And also, another tip I do is when I'm checking my solution that I've written out, I'll put the cube under the table and then execute my solution without looking at the cube. And that helps because sometimes your mind kind of does it correctly for you, naturally. I also sometimes do a bunch of rich turns because sometimes muscle memory can mess up doing the moves that you wrote down. That part might be a bit confusing, but yeah, that's basically how I avoid DNFing in fewest moves. Then the solution, I'll basically put the cube under the table, check it however many times I have time to check. And yeah, I just check it many times doing the moves under the table, and that really helps me be confident that I've written it down correctly. So yeah, I hope this helped any newcomers competing in fewest moves. Help you get Mina free. And yeah, thanks for watching.